Thank you so much for tuning in once again to Megan's Opinion. I am Megan McGlover, and this is my opinion. So, as you know, Raven-Symoné did an interview with Auntie Oprah the other day that, in my opinion, she should not have done. Honey, she tried to be so deep, came off just as shallow as one of them kiddie pools from Pick and Save. It was really, really terrible. But basically, she told Oprah that she does not want to be labeled. She doesn't want to be labeled African American. She doesn't want to be labeled lesbian. She doesn't want to be labeled gay, etc., etc. She just wants to be labeled an American. And so it has caused, I'm sure, much more of an outroar than she thought. Oprah was trying to help her. She was trying to guide her and ask her some leading questions to say, what do you mean by that? What are you really trying to say? She was trying to help her because she knew, obviously, because she's so seasoned in this game, and she's an adult, she knew that this was not what you really want to say. And so basically, like I said, she just said she doesn't want to be labeled, but I'm sure that when you walked in, the first day you walked into your mama's house with that big 5'10" carpet muncher, you was a lesbian on that day. I don't care how cute As Marie is. She's a beautiful girl, but she's a girl. And when you are with her, you are a lesbian. Okay? I'm sure that when your agent sent in your 8x10 for all those movies that you did when you were the only black girl in the movie, I'm sure that you were labeled then. And you probably weren't even labeled the cute mixed girl. You were probably just labeled the black girl. Because I got news for you, sweetheart. If all of us went and dyed our hair and bleached it and streaked it and did all kind of stuff, we'd all have an interesting grade of hair as well. And you don't want to be labeled as gay, but you literally have the pride flag on your hair. Why did you dye your hair that color like that? Who told you that was it your girlfriend? Oh, excuse me. Was it the other American that you sleep with every day that told you that was a good look? I'm here to tell you that it is not. I know that Raven-Symoné, has been under a very strict thumb of her mother for many, many years and her father for many, many years. She was raised to be a money-making machine. She was not raised, to have ancestral worship and to have ancestral respect and so forth and so on. You know that by the comment that she made, that she is from New Orleans and that's where her roots stop. Sweetheart, I know that you are educated enough to know that that's where Creole-ness or Creolism comes from. It comes from the combining of Africans with the French and with all these other races. I know that you have to know that. And so somehow I'm just thinking that you just weren't ready for the interview. I think that you were trying real hard. I think that money has gotten to you a little bit, because money sometimes can cause vitiligo. It can cause you to want to be color-free, and I understand that. You should have just told her you want to be labeled as green, because you're about your money, and we would have respected that and been able to go on about our business. But I think that to say that you don't want to be something, when you alienate some, you end up alienating most. And I think that what has happened is that the sweet memory and reputation that we had of Olivia has just been tarnished by these comments that have been made. I think that what we are experiencing now of Raven is something that we really should have experienced maybe 10 years ago when she was 17 or 18 or 20 years old. Raven-Symoné is almost 30 years old. These kind of comments should not be coming out of her mouth. But because, like I said, her mom is very, very strict, and that is a good thing. That is a good thing. But she obviously wasn't raised right. It's a good thing, but you wasn't raised right. You don't want no labels. Okay, well, let's make sure we take away the label of executive producer, of producer. We take away the label of rich, famous, entertainer. If you want to take away labels, then come over here and live with me, and you can pay these bills up over here because you're not special in any way at all. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And I'm gonna let you go. Not gonna be before you long. But I do want to point out one thing. You don't want to be labeled as being gay, but literally 90% of the friends that you hang out with are gay. So how does that make them feel? Boop. And I'm out. Peace.